Welcome back. Let's take a look at a few ways that we can use Google Forms. You can obviously see from this one, this is a parent contact information form. What does it look like if you are the person that's receiving the link for this? Just like this, parent contact information. You fill out all the stuff that's here. Who is your child, so I know who that is. I might actually change this next time, do last name, first name. It'll make it a little bit easier to organize my spreadsheet. Mother's information, father's information, they hit submit, and then you have it in a nice spreadsheet. And so you'd go to the responses tab, which I'm not going to do because it has their information on there, and then you get a nice spreadsheet with all that information. I also send out a survey at the beginning of each semester, at the beginning of each school year, depending on how you do your classes, soliciting some information about what parents think about how their students can learn. And so that's kind of important to get that feedback. Helps you quickly identify maybe some areas of strength and weakness with your students, and it also is a great way to start an open dialogue between myself and the parents and guardians. And so I've got just a few questions. I've broken this also down into different sections, looking at maybe some reservations. I teach a physics type of class. Also looking to see about different learning styles, so I've got some questions that are pertaining to that without actually saying what is your child's favorite learning style. You get the idea how this goes. And so again, they will see something like this. And for this one, we'd have to actually fill in the required ones to go to the next section. But if you click next, it'll go to the next section, and then we've got our status bar that's over here. So there we go. There's also an end of class survey that I do. I do this for parents, as you can see over here. I have one that's very similar that I do to students. And again, was there too much homework? That kind of stuff, easy to understand, made it interesting. We use something called Aspen. We're actually changing over to something called Google Sites, which I'm going to do some videos about later on. But you get the idea. And then here's an academic belief survey that we've done. Here's a great other use for the different types of questions that you can put for these different surveys. We did a little discussion about the metric system, so I wanted to get some information about students and parents. So this is for one of those classes, and so they can say whether they like the metric system or not, and no one else knows except for me, so they tend to be a little bit more honest when they know that their identity is protected. I do a safety test. Perfect. This is one that I use Flubaroo with. And so I've got a bunch of different questions that are over here. This is taken from the Flynn safety contract, and they have a safety test that goes with this. And so now we do it online. I have Flubaroo grade it. It's all multiple choice, so the whole thing is done and graded literally in seconds. No paperwork needed at all. Reviewing for midterm exam, I have students click which one of the topics, they can pick as many as they like, that they would like to go over. So when we do review days, I have a starting place. And if they have any other questions, they can also fill that in. I do scavenger hunts that are online. So here's another one for that website that we used to use called Aspen. At least I used to use it for our classes. And again, it eliminates paperwork. The students answer this. I get a spreadsheet, and it shows what their answers are. And then the last one that I have is an example. I do something called Internet Advantage. It's just a series of extra credit trivia that I usually post on my website before there's a test. And the students fill this in. They've got the different block numbers. We have 4 blocks a day currently, their name, and then a few questions. And I can show you what this one looks like. Actually, I can't because this is for my school account. But anyway, you get the idea how this works. Saves a lot of time. Use Google Forms, and I think you're going to end up really enjoying it and being creative with what you can find. Thanks.